All right, everybody, welcome back for another deep dive.
Yeah, great to be back.
You know, sometimes these retail stories, they just leave you scratching your head a little bit.
Yeah.
And today, we are diving into a pretty interesting one.
Yeah.
Poundland.
Poundland.
You know, the everything's a pound.
Yep.
Or at least it used to be a pound store.
Right.
They are making a pretty big change in a lot of their stores.
Yeah, 800 UK stores.
800 UK stores.
Yeah.
That's a lot of stores.
That's most of them.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
what's the big change?
Body cams
Body cams.
for staff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so that begs the question, why?
Well,
Why are they doing this?
retail crime is a growing problem, in the UK,
Yeah.
especially. And it's something that a lot of retailers are dealing with.
Yeah, I mean, just anecdotally, like you hear about it more and more
Oh, yeah.
on the news.
All the time.
Yeah.
And the British Retail Consortium, they track a lot of this stuff. They reported a 50% increase in violence and abuse
Wow.
towards retail staff.
50%.
Yeah, just in the past year.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Poundland hasn't come out and said, this specific incident
Right.
or, this is why we're doing it. But
Yeah.
you got to think they're facing some of the same stuff.
Right. It's got to be related somehow.
Yeah.
So are they hoping then that these body cams are going to kind of like deter people
Yeah.
from doing bad stuff?
That's the idea.
Okay.
If someone is thinking about shoplifting or,
Right.
Getting aggressive, they see that camera,
Yeah.
maybe they'll think twice.
Right. Right.
And there's actually some research on this,
Okay.
from law enforcement,
Oh, interesting.
where they've used body cams.
Uh-huh.
And studies have shown that sometimes it can de-escalate situations.
Interesting.
And it can actually reduce the likelihood of violence.
Wow. Okay, so there's a real psychological effect.
It seems like it. Yeah.
Yeah.
But, it's not a slam dunk.
Sure.
There's some evidence that suggests that in some situations,
Okay.
it can actually escalate things.
Oh, wow. So it could actually make things worse.
Potentially, yeah.
Huh. So it's not like a guaranteed solution?
No, it's
it?
complicated.
Yeah, well, I guess we've talked about before on the show, like
Right.
sometimes these like surveillance technologies,
Right.
they have these unintended consequences.
Exactly.
So it's not always,
It's black and white.
yeah, it's not always the solution that you think it's going to be.
Yeah.
But I guess from Poundland's perspective,
Yeah. Yeah.
they're probably also thinking about this from like a risk management
Oh,
point
absolutely.
of view.
Yeah, if something does happen,
Right.
they have it on video.
They've got the evidence.
Right. They can
Yeah.
figure out, who did it or what happened.
Right. And it protects them
Yeah.
legally, I guess.
Yeah, both the company and the employees.
Yeah. Okay. So it's interesting to think about the employee perspective on this.
Right.
What about the shoppers?
Yeah.
How are people feeling about this?
Well, it's a little bit mixed.
Okay.
There was a recent survey.
Huh.
I think it was by YouGov.
Okay.
And they found that 60% of consumers are uncomfortable.
60%.
Yeah.
Okay. So most people don't like this idea.
Yeah, they don't like the idea of being recorded
Yeah.
while they're shopping.
Right. It feels like an invasion of privacy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I get that. Like,
Uh-huh.
I went to a store the other day
Yeah.
and it was like a small, like a
Mom and pop.
mom and pop shop.
Right.
And they had all these like security cameras.
Uh-huh.
And I just felt like I was being watched the whole time.
Yeah.
And it was kind of creepy.
It can be.
Yeah. Makes you feel like you're doing something wrong,
Right.
even when you're not.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it raises all these questions about, what happens to the footage?
Right.
Who has access to it?
Yeah. How long is it stored?
Right. Is it
Like, are they going to be watching me buy my groceries 10 years from now?
Exactly.
That's a little creepy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, Poundland needs to address that.
Yeah.
They need to be transparent about
Right.
how they're using the data
Okay.
if they want people to trust them.
Yeah. Because if they don't,
Yeah.
people might just shop somewhere else.
Exactly. They'll go to a store where they don't feel like
Yeah.
they're being monitored.
Like they're being spied on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a tough situation.
Yeah.
Because on the one hand,
Yeah.
they want to protect their staff,
Right.
but they also need to
Keep the shoppers happy.
keep the customers coming back.
Yeah. So it's a balancing act.
Definitely.
And it's not like body cams are the only solution out there.
Yeah. There's other things they could be doing.
Yeah. Like what?
Some retailers are increasing security personnel.
Okay. So like having more guards?
Yeah, more guards on site.
Okay.
Some are investing in better lighting
Okay.
and store layouts.
Okay, so like making it harder to shoplift?
Exactly.
Yeah. And
Make it more difficult to
Yeah.
steal things.
Yeah.
So yeah, there's
So there's a lot of options.
a lot of options.
Yeah.
And it's not
one size fits all.
No.
Okay.
Not at all.
So I guess for Poundland, you know,
Yeah.
this move with the body cams,
Yeah.
it's a big gamble.
It is.
You know, it's a big change.
Yeah, and it shows you how serious this problem is.
Yeah.
But it also raises all these other questions about, privacy and data
security.
Yeah, and just the whole shopping experience.
Right. And whether this is going to become like the new norm.
The new normal.
Or are we going to see body cams in every store?
Everywhere we go.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's something to think about.
Something to think about for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Well, this has been another fascinating deep dive.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Thanks for joining us.
Yeah.
We will see you all next time.
See ya.